Hi, hello, and welcome to another episode
You got that echo?
of Shikar.
No, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Oh, it's because I was on the wrong channel, and I fixed it. Sorry for a little bit of a late start today. I also went live in the wrong category. It's all right because I fixed it and everything's perfect. And look how beautiful our overlays look, complete with our brand new logo. What is that? What's that down there, right underneath Balvin's portrait? Is that? Yes, you heard it right. This tiny little indie production acquired a sponsorship for Roll20, free to use virtual tabletop that you can use in your own home games. Yeah, thank you. Shout outs to Roll20 for help keeping us on the air. Appreciate it
so much.
We're new to this, you know. We're 12 episodes in. Now you might be confused. You might be like, Bronze, is that what is that title? Does that say episode 12.1?
Oh, yeah.
Fam, yes it does. Because episode 12 is a 4-parter.
Woo!
Talk about epic. It's going to be 8 hours long, roughly, probably more. And it's gonna be a multi-part thing. It's gonna be a doozy. That's what it's gonna be, really. But before we get into that,
not 8 hours tonight.
No, not tonight.
Not tonight. Oh,
just
dang.
like between 12 point. Oh, were you ready?
I was ready. Yeah,
yeah, we're down. Anything.
Yeah.
I love these players. You trust me that much to be like 8 hours with Bronze? That's not gonna make me want to blow my brains out.
That's a dream, bro.
That expression, that was like
what do you mean? That's the dream, bro. You know, Balvin's different today. He's got his bangs in his face and he's all dreamy. I don't even understand what's happening anymore.
I like it. I feel like Ajax is here.
Right, but he's like all dreamy
put
with
them
his like.
more. Put them back.
Look, he's like.
Put them back.
That's the dream, man.
Oh my god!
Please.
Like, you know, he's just so.
Oh, I would dreamy is one word to put it.
This is Balvin today.
Oh
I don't know,
god.
guys. I'm
dreamy
just
emo
here for it.
Balvin.
It might be at work in real life. You don't know.
Oh my god!
All I carry with me is my pain and the memories of my loved ones.
That sounds just like me, actually. That's good. There's two of me.
Before you know, I'm going to be wearing a do-rag like Balvin too, playing Call of Duty, just being cracked as hell. I watched those matches last night. You were cracked.
Thank you.
Even Josephine would have been impressed because Josephine's an FPS fiend. I don't know if you know that about her. You should have seen it, Joe. He was cracked. Murking fools in a do-rag. I was like, sign my keyboard, Balvin. Sign my keyboard.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, and he was like $50. And I was like, wow, during Pride Month, they're going to act like this. That's so homophobic.
Oh, come on.
That's not fair. That's not cool.
Actually, Balvin, why don't you tell everybody what you said when you were reminded it was Pride Month?
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that on Shikar.
Please, it was so good. No. Everyone was so happy. Who did you shout out? Who did you shout out?
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, it was so cute. Imagine like someone playing Call of Duty, being like maybe mildly toxic, like just talking a lot of crap, and then out of nowhere, this like wholesome moment happens.
It's your funeral, right?
All right, do it.
Oh, it's Pride Month. You know, shout out to all my gay niggas. You know, shout out to be extra gay this month. I love y'all.
That's exactly
it's your month.
Be extra gay this month. I love y'all.
That's what I said.
In between, like, this game is trash. This is dog shit. And then I was like, it's Pride Month.
I love that.
There's a lot of it, but y'all want to watch the actual moment.
That was great.
The demeanor shift. The demeanor shift. Balvin really does it for the girls and the gays, and that's it, you know?
Well, nobody else. None of you men, you straight men. I ain't fucking with y'all.
Yo, there's a lot of them on this site.
Guys!
You opened this can.
Listen, this is the inaugural Pride Month episode of our one-shots, okay?
Yes.
Y'all should have known. Our cast is queer as hell, okay? Y'all should have known that this was going to happen. Why don't you introduce yourselves now and explain what this series of one-shots is going to be?
It feels so fun that we're on a line. I feel like Balvin? Go ahead.
Right? This is like kind of weird and cool. Like it's like very different.
I'm in between such beauty. Like I love it.
So pleased.
I like how the screen gets progressively cooler toned.
Ooh.
You know, like it goes from like red to purple to blue.
Yeah.
Like
Just naturally geniuses.
Oh, this is some very. Aren't these bisexual colors too? Look at us.
See, it's like it just happens naturally, man.
Damn.
Like I don't know how we do it. We get better every week.
Unmatched. This is why Roll20
Literally.
came through with the sponsorship. They were like, look at these gay fabulous. I don't know if I can say the F word right after that. Mother fluffers. So wonderful. They all are. Each and every one of them. Fabulous, melanated, beautiful gay people. God bless them. In this, the month of their people.
All right, Balvin, let's go.
What? You're first.
No, you're introing.
No, please.
No, we're
you're
gonna
introing.
go.
Come on. No.
We're gonna go in a.
Come on. I insist.
All right. Hi, I'm Josephine McAdam. Did we say last name? I don't fucking know. Hi, I play Nim Grimlow, and tonight we're going on a little adventure, Ajax Nim adventure for our level 3 level up. I did set a forest on fire just previous to this, so there's a lot going through Nim's head. So
It was an accident.
It's gonna be great.
Right? Yeah.
Well, the effect was definitely an accident.
Mm-hmm.
The act was unknowingly done as a stupid mistake.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Balvin. I play Ajax, the half-orc fighter. That is, he got a date. He finally got a date last week. I mean, this guy's a loser, but he finally got a date. He is still trying to figure out this new challenge of fatherhood, and he has a sword that talks and acts on its own as well. And last episode that helped him, but also caused an issue. So him trying to figure out the balance of that's going to be interesting. But yeah, we're going to find out a lot about him today, I think, especially being alone with him again. It's been a while since that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm tweeting out the stream.
Yeah, fine.
That's good. That wasn't like a cough. I was legitimately clearing my throat.
I guess I should introduce myself. Hi, hello, I'm ThatBronzeGirl. I'm currently tweeting because I have these really great pride-appropriate snacks that I feel like need to be tweeted out. Yeah.
What is pride-appropriate food?
Oh, man. I was encouraged by chat today to commit great violence to my body, and I did. These are my pride-appropriate snacks. I've got a giant rainbow cookie. This is like the size of my freaking face. And I've got a giant Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispie. This is the gayest.
Wow. That's incredible.
Snacking. But this game is going for 8 hours now because I'm going to have the sugar rush of a lifetime.
Oh, my God.
I wish you were here, Josephine. I would share with you.
Oh, God. There would go my diet. It looks great. That cookie, I would devour.
It's okay.
That
We could go for a run tomorrow after having our beautiful rainbow pride snacks, you know?
Yes.
And then we just go, we do some cardio tomorrow, go for a hike, you know, to do it at our own pace because we have healthy, you know, boundaries for each other, you know?
With an umbrella and fully covered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. After eating our pride snacks with tea. It's Earl Grey tea.
Wow. Winning at life.
That's beautiful. That's why we're going to grow old together. That's what we're going to do.
on our rocking chairs.
Mhm.
We do talk about this.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool. Let's play D&D.
That's my D&D. Hi, hello. Okay, so we find our heroes in a very unlikely place. After the events of the somewhat traumatic events that occurred in Marblehead, you make your way back down through Metaford, all the way to where you've heard Cha Ironside's Abbey is. But
Can I throw a wrench in this already?
Yeah, what's up?
Could I don't want it, his mom could be out or whatever. I just want to stop in and grab a few things from the house on the way down, since we were passing, and check the mail.
Of course.
Just in case.
You do have mail. And we'll get to that in a moment. You do have mail.
Okay. I'll pocket it for the road.
And some other provisions. Mom is out. I'm assuming you leave her a note.
Yeah, I'll just say, we'll be back in a couple weeks. Can't wait to see you, all of that good stuff. And I'm going to grab some stuff from her gardening cabinet.
Okay. What do you grab?
Some seeds.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there's like seeds for various kinds of flowers in there, some vegetables, just what you would find in your average vegetable patch. Tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, things like that.
Yeah, I grab some of those, but I also grab, if there's any sort of like tree stuff, I will grab too.
I think there's probably like lemon tree.
Yeah. Okay.
You make your way down through Metaford. The going is very rough because you have to go down that big staircase that went up to Marblehead. Whereas Lulu and Scorpio took the elevator since they were headed straight into the quarry where we last left off. Lulu was screaming, "Lulio!" into the quarry. You wanted to stop by Mom's house, so you went the long way through Metaford. You managed to make your way to the bottom of the city. It does take you all day, and so you end up spending the night at the house of a somewhat familiar character. You end up spending the night at... Well, I'm assuming you already know.
My blood brother?
Yes, your blood brother's home. Leander. One Leander Lothart, who you know you can trust him to lodge with you, or to lodge with him. You actually find him wandering about at dusk, going back to his house after grabbing provisions. And he has actually just come back from visiting your mom.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. Are we already, at the home inside?
You're outside of
Supper
it.
Time?
It's evening time. You look tired and a little sad. And this is when you find him unlocking the gates to that part of town to where no one goes. And he sees you all like through the crowd and is like, "The brother of blood." Ah. And he comes and ruffles your hair a little bit, Nim.
Hi.
And then he pokes your horn. Flames!
Ow, it's still a bit tender.
Oh, fresh flames. They dance like the eternal rhythm, reaching up to the sky.
That they do, actually. Look, Ajax
Flames,
got one too.
Purification, rebirth. When
Ajax,
one is burned, one comes... Oh! And he actually puts his hands on your face. Ajax. Beauty with no bounds.
Ajax starts blushing.
Can we stay the night?
Oh, of course. My home is as yours.
Oh.
I hope the ghoulies aren't about tonight.
The what?
Ghouls.
Do they often come out?
Yes.
Do we have to worry
so
about
hard not
this?
to break when I play this fucking character. So dumb.
You did this to yourself.
So hard to keep character.
Great. Okay. Well, let's settle in then, Ajax.
Yeah, let's settle in.
I can put on the kettle.
Yes. Oh, that'd be lovely. How have you been, Leander?
Enough about me. We must hear about you. For in your eyes there is sorrow immeasurable, as deep as the well. Wet is bad, dry is good. Mm-hmm.
Do we think that we cleaned up when we stopped at the house?
Yeah.
Or are we coming? Yeah, okay.
So
great.
He's looking at your clean face,
Yes,
making
yes,
these
yes,
remarks.
good.
Tell
So
me everything,
town
Nim
covered.
Grimwillow.
I made some bad mistakes, and I'm...
Impossible! You are my blood brother, and the blood of Leander Lothart reigns pure, of good intention only, except for that one time.
Oh. Yeah, I would say this is a pretty bad one. Probably be dealing with that for a while, but
Come, tell me about it. And he puts his arm in yours. Come along, Nimgrim.
Okay. Looks at Ajax like...
You notice Ajax's cheeks are very red, like a sunburn almost. But you were in the shade most of the day. It was a cloudy day. It's a bit confusing.
Are you all right? I just like mouth across the way. I don't know. Okay. Leander, I kind of went over this and trying to... Okay, whatever. I guess you're my blood brother. I got really upset. Not an excuse, just the precursor to what happened. I kind of let years and years of not saying how I felt come up all at once in one night, and I think I felt like I needed something to take it out on, and plans kept changing, and I kept trying to do other things, and I took a wrong path along the way somewhere and ended up doing something horrible that could have hurt so many, and I'm extremely lucky that it didn't. But I don't think I'm ever going to forget it. And I hope it didn't cost me one of our closest friends.
Yes, there are more of you. Your numbers dwindle.
Just temporarily. We're just going to do some housekeeping, so to speak.
Will you rejoin?
Yes, we're gonna rejoin back in a couple of weeks or so.
On what day?
I don't know. I mean, we're going to travel to see Mr. Ironside and then come back and meet at my mother's. Why?
You're my blood brother. I thought you were going to come to my birthday party. Nim, how dost thou wound me?
When is it?
Death's cold hand take me now, for truly...
When is it?
in 14 days.
We'll be back in 14 days, right, Ajax?
Yeah, we will.
Oh, good. I make steak and kidney pie on my birthday and usually eat it alone. But now I have a blood brother to break bread with.
Yes, that sounds lovely. We will celebrate you until the night grows to light.
All right. Well, then I'll definitely make it to your mother's with my steak and kidney pie so that she can wish me a happy birthday as well.
Oh, yes, we should do the birthday there. Yes. Oh, perfect. And then everyone can celebrate you.
She said she only found me mildly worrisome.
Oh, you went to see her. How was it?
What a lovely lady. I helped her in the kitchen and earned her favor with my meatloaf recipe.
Oh, wonderful.
She thought it was divine.
It's good to know she's got a friend that I can trust, a blood brother.
I told her about that. She was a bit concerned, if I am to be completely transparent.
Yeah. I mean, could be worse. Definitely could be worse things that I have done that she hears about. Oh, God.
It'll all be forgiven, little Nimgrim, when she sees your very cool flames.
Oh, God. What have I done to... Oh, God. Ajax?
Yes, Nim.
I don't know. Do you have words to say?
You two seemed like you were having a great conversation.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit... I understand that I need to get past everything, or people want to hear about what's going on, or that I may seem a little sad or weighed down, but I guess I don't necessarily want to talk about it with everyone, and everyone we meet. And
yeah, no, I understand. I'm sure Leander does as well.
Oh, but I'm not just everyone,
No, I
just... But for everyone else, Nim, you must keep your secrets close. For people will take your secrets, sharpen them into shivs, and drive them into your back.
Well, that's horrifying.
The good old secret shiv shank.
Maybe a bit of a lighter analogy, Leander.
No.
For yes. Yeah. Nim's a child.
Like a shadow shank.
No. Leander. Leander.
The time has come, Nim.
What?
The time has come.
Can you hear me?
You must don that which symbolizes, much like the entropy of the universe, your ascendancy, slow but surely into this transitional period of your life after which you will become a man.
Oh!
You must don the leather jacket. You're ready.
What?
I felt it. The moon whispered it to me this night.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
This is big, Leander.
Really?
Not the full trench coat. We're not there yet.
No.
But the leather jacket, yes.
Do you have one made already?
No. We must make it special.
Nim, do you want a leather jacket?
This must happen.
What was that?
That's leandering.
Yeah. That sounds so cool.
Leather jacket.
Yeah. How do we make it? How do we do this?
You must bring me a pelt of a beast that you've slain, and I will craft it at my birthday party.
Okay.
We're blood brothers now, so it's both of our birthdays. Your birthday has
Yay!
changed.
Oh, right.
Your
Great.
mother will understand, I'm sure.
It doesn't matter if they do. What, Ajax?
Nothing. A lot's happening.
Oh, Ajax, do not be jealous, my beautiful green seraph. No one dons the trench coat quite like you. I have seen the moon bounce off your emerald skin in the twilight. But envy does not suit you.
Okay.
Stupid. So mad, Balvin. Friggin' one shots. Okay.
I know. We should have known this had happened, though, to be honest. Nim's going to go start making dinner as this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to, give them a moment and go start, cooking about.
The baby dragon is there to help get the fireplace going. It snorts, and a little crackle goes up that works its way into this flint and tinder mechanism, and much like an electric stove, a fire erupts. As you look into Leander's cabinets looking for spices and things, you do note a variety of dried herbs and things like that, but the protein selection is a bit shady.
Shady?
Some of it has been dry aged, and the source of which you are quite sure is probably not bovine in nature. You recall the bat meal you had last time you were here and are not sure that the quality of this protein is much better than that.
Yeah, Nim wouldn't really know the differences between meat qualities, so that's fine. Just sort of throws some stuff together to do a beef stew or something. Beef stew.
Yeah. You're able to do so with relative ease. But just in case, give me a nature check to see how well.
A cooking check.
A cooking check.
Nature?
Yeah, or any relevant tools you have, you can add proficiency for that.
No. Okay, that's not bad. That's a 16. Yeah.
Can you hear those sirens?
Yeah, minimally.
So it's passable. The crickets chirp lazily outside as, night starts to deepen in the sky, and the smell of beety, kind of beety / the smell of it is not like beef. Stew comes wafting to your nostrils as Leander concludes his very strange conversation with Ajax's beautiful green skin, off which the pale moonlight reflects on the heights of his cheekbones.
Mm-hmm.
If you were transparent, I would weep. For under your skin lies the physique of a man who loves his body.
Yeah, I gotta go. Josie, please. Why?
Soup? Mystery soup? Mystery soup.
Mysteries are the spice of life, young Nim.
Come get your mystery soup. Hot
Mystery
off the
soup.
block. Yeah.
Mystery. What?
Well, I don't know what I was grabbing.
Who knows what you found in this place?
After you're like halfway through, he's like, "Ah, yes, the necro owlbear I slew last week."
Yeah, it's gamey.
Aye, 'twas a large beast.
How often are you slaying things, Leander?
Only as need dictates, young Nim.
Yeah. Well, you adults talk amongst yourselves, and he like quickly finishes his soup and steps outside.
Okay.
To plant a seed.
Why does Nim keep leaving me alone?
It is in our loneliness we know who we are, Ajax.
Yep.
More soup?
Sure.
He takes your bowl from you and like goes over to like fill it again and brings it back to you. You are quivering. Is it cold in here?
No, just a little shaken up, and that's all. Long day.
Do not worry. I'll keep you safe.
Really?
You may rest comfortably within my four walls. I will not allow harm to befall you or my blood brother.
You know, Nim likes you a lot.
I like Nim a lot.
I think the leather jacket's going to be big for him.
One day he will don a trench coat, and on that day, Ajax, we shall both become the proud papa. Ooh, the slow, inevitable march of time.
They grow so fast.
Father Time, you treacherous old buffoon.
Curse you.
Ever do thou play my heart like a harp?
Yeah. Did Nim tell you in detail what happened, or no?
Nay, Nim was evasive.
Well, I'll let him tell the rest whenever he's ready. But I had a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think of Aleem?
I empathize with Valim, for from my conversations with him, though brief where they were, much like me, he lives on the outside, looking in.
Yeah. Well, we actually ran into some other druids for the first time. And I was expecting him...
Druids?
Druid.
Druid.
Drew?
Drew.
Id.
Hid.
People like him.
Druid.
Yes.
Druids.
No, it's just Druid.
Druids.
Where did you hear that?
Druid.
just we met people like Valim for the first time. I think this was his first time as well.
I was not aware that Valim was one of the druid kind.
I thought he was just a superhero, but we had a very rough situation that luckily no one got too hurt in, but I was expecting him to leave honestly, once we ran into people that were more like him than us. But he did leave, but I don't know where he went. He just kind of left. He didn't say he was going to go back to them, and he was pretty upset with all of us. And I hope we get to see him again, but I'm just worried about what path he's going on.
Things like this can be difficult. Perhaps it is William finds himself divided between two worlds. The one he has tried to assimilate with, and the one to which he never knew he belonged. With you, he found a translator of sort, a way to relate to a world that he never understood. But going back to the bosom of that which is familiar, the allure is there. For me, I long to be on the outside looking in, but I cannot deny having a blood brother and a friend like you, Ajax. I feel a warmth, for being alone can feel cold, like being in a fog.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I don't want to push him too far and impose on his decisions. I just, I just liked having him around, and I hope whatever he decides to do, he stays safe.
Well, the only advice I can give you, Ajax, is to remind him that you don't want to change him. You just want to be there for the journey. A lot of my friendships never worked out because they're all like, Leander, you're too weird. And I never understood what they meant by that.
Me either.
And all of them try to be like, don't eat that and don't wear that thing. And why do you talk like that? And why do your eyes do this? But if all they had ever asked was, Leander, come, unburden your soul by the fire with me over a bowl of owlbear soup, well then, they would be here in your place, Ajax.
They're missing out, Leander.
He hugs you.
They're missing out. Oh.
Like always, his hands are like oddly cold. He gives you the hug that lingers like a second too long. You know, where you're like, is this going to end? He gives you one of those.
Was that Nim? Yeah, coming. Yeah, I got Nim's calling me. I got it.
Meanwhile, outside Nim.
Yeah, Nim plants a lemon tree like outside. Outside, just he doesn't really know much, so he just like digs a little like hole and puts it in and like covers it and like pours a little of his like water on top of it. But then he takes out his mail while he's alone outside to go through it.
There's a couple of different pieces of mail in there. One is a postcard from the Furious Five Farms. It has a photo of all of them smiling and waving at you with an invitation to a fall festival in a couple of months.
Oh, wow.
It boasts of fresh pumpkin pie, of pony rides, and they even promise Motti in a costume. They write in the letter of a sort of giving you an update on the puppies, letting you know that they're all getting along.
Okay.
And some of them have really settled into their roles on the farm, whereas others have still proven to be a little bit more wild.
Okay. Are the puppies pictured, or is it just the Furious Five?
Oh, no, they're all there.
Oh, wonderful.
Fatter than you last saw them, little butterballs tugging on each other's ears, and some of them have gotten to that point of puberty where one ear stands up and the other one just flops there awkwardly. Paws way too big for the rest of their bodies. Clumsy creatures that are cute.
Love it. I'll just show this to everyone, so I'll put it in my pack and then go to the next.
You see an advertisement for a wart removal cream. You see another thing promising to help you save money on your kitchen repairs if you purchase this insurance.
Book.
You find a coupon for 10% off Mary's Pies, savory only, sweet pies full price, exclusions apply. And then you find also a jewelry shop advert. You realize the bulk of your mail is this.
Just don't. All right. Well, maybe Leander. Maybe he's a clipper. Just.
But then at the very bottom, you see a letter kind of sealed with wax, a wax emblem that you have only seen printed at the top of newspapers.
He quickly or delicately doesn't want to break the wax. He wants to keep it intact and opens it up.
Dearest Nim Grimwillow, the entries or submissions we have received from your mother on your behalf are brilliant for your age. And we would like to warmly extend a contract to you to write for us for the next year. If the terms are agreeable, please sign below. In return, we will send you edits to your articles before publishing them. We look forward to seeing your future submissions. Courtesies, the Guild of Literary Arts.
Nim sort of quietly sort of does a little happy dance in a little circle outside. He's he finds a quill real quick, takes out a little inkwell out here, and just against the house signs it. Wow. Oh, Mum. Oh, I'm so excited. He folds it up and puts it back in an envelope and tucks it away. And I think I'm gonna have a lot of stories to tell. Walks back inside to Ajax. It was shouting for Nim. And look, we got a postcard from the Furious Five. And and coupons, Leander. Coupons?
10% off on lemons.
Yep. Oh, I planted a lemon tree outside.
Oh. Well, then I won't need this coupon.
Well, it'll probably take a while before there's lemons. Then
I guess I should keep it.
Water it every now and then. I think that's how it works.
I don't know. I'll water it, though.
Great. What were you two chatting about?
Free knife sharpening? Oh, there's an asterisk here. With every purchase totaling over 50 silver.
That's how they get you.
I wanted to get my knives sharpened. And he opens his trench coat, and you just see 60 knives, 30 on each side.
What? Why do you need all of those?
In case I lose one. He closes his trench coat.
Is that comfortable?
Doesn't it poke you every now and then?
That's how I know I'm alive.
I suppose it
Now you
would,
realize
yeah.
maybe some of the scars on his body are from falling whilst wearing this trench coat.
No. Oh,
Not
God.
all, but some. Because last time you saw him like somewhat shirtless, you noticed he had like large like battle scars on his body. And this time you realize some of those smaller nicks and pokes might be from falling on his coat.
Oh, Leander.
Mm.
If we brought back, some extra leather jacket, but also what if you actually lined, where you put the knives inside your jacket? You still pull them out at a moment's notice.
Nim Grimwillow, your brain is beautiful. So large. I think that's why your horns are growing so quickly. Your brain is so big, it's pushing them out.
Oh, no. Probably not.
No, I think that is how tieflings work.
Is it, Yeah, I suppose I never asked my mum how hers grew in, how quickly they did.
Nim, your mother doesn't have horns.
Leander,
What? No.
yes,
What are
she
you
does.
talking about?
Leander,
Are you
yes,
sure
she
you
does.
met with my mom? Did you go
It was
to the wrong
probably
house,
It's
Leander?
probably someone else.
I gave you the address, didn't I?
Ajax, give me an insight check to see if Leander picks up on what you were putting down.
Okay. Oh, dear God. Let's see. Insights. That's an 11.
Okay, let's see. Actually, if he rolls well, it shouldn't matter. But I'm gonna be honest. Leander isn't very insightful.
That's why I think he just went to the wrong house.
Yeah. I think chat likes to joke he has high charisma, but I don't think anyone would argue he has high wisdom. I also got an 11. He looks at you confused.
My
and he's
passive
like,
insight is a 14.
so you actually pick
like,
up on Ajax, Nim, like trying to give a message to Leander, and Leander being like, "What? What?
Ajax, what are you?
I just think he went to the wrong house. Right, Leander? You must have went to the wrong house.
What color is my mom's hair? What was the name of the woman that used?
Brandy. Why are you making me feel crazy, Ajax? This is a joke. It's not a very good one.
You didn't see her horns. I mean, maybe she had an updo. Sometimes she makes her hair roll up, and it kind of covers them a bit. Did something happen to her?
Nim, do you know what tieflings are?
I mean, I just what I am.
Have you never stopped to contemplate why your mother looks more like me than she does like you? Your horns are from your father's side, Nim.
She's had horns my whole life.
Did I go to the wrong house?
I think you did. I think I'm positive.
Ajax, are you lying?
No. I just think Leander,
Is there something going on that I don't know?
A human with horns? I've never heard of such a thing.
I've only seen Brandy with horns.
Oh, well. Strange.
Why would she not have? Do you think she disguised herself?
Well, you see, Nim, you get your horns from your infernal blood. Most likely, from a demon parent.
Demon, everyone keeps saying that.
Oh, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Your mother's human side tempers the powers and creates the magnificent specimen we see before us now.
No, I don't understand.
I feel like your mother should have had this conversation with you at some point. Maybe I've overstepped my bounds as blood brother.
No. I'm just confused. Everyone's been. I've been called a demon multiple times recently, and I don't understand.
It is because you are half infernal, and people are ignorant.
But demons are bad.
Well, I suppose some are, but humans are bad too.
Leander, can Nim and I talk, please? Just us two.
I mean, Ajax is half orc. I mean, you're biracial. This is a conversation that should happen between the two of you anyway. I don't know why no one is... Nim, 13 years and no one's had this conversation.
Leander.
It's... What?
Can Nim and I have some privacy?
Okay. Yeah, of course. I get it. I'm not biracial. And he turns around and walks out.
Oh my God. Jesus so stupid.
What's going on?
I was gonna let her tell you this, but I guess Leander didn't know any better. I don't really know how most of these things work. I didn't know what a druid was until I talked to Valim. So these things kind of, pass me. But what I do know is I don't think your mom is a tiefling.
Then how am I?
The only thing that makes sense is I don't even want to mention it. Your actual father. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he's at. I don't know what he is. She's kept this from me as well. But I wanted her to have this conversation with you whenever she was ready. But now that we're here, I guess I have to be honest with you.
Yeah, she told me he didn't exist, and I started to wonder recently.
As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't. But I don't know.
Ajax.
From outside, you hear a muttering, "We should find him and kill him for closure." Sorry, I'm just here to listen. And he shuts up again.
Ajax, am I a demon?
All I know is that you're Nim. And we love Nim. What you are, where you're from, all those things. I would love to find out with you, but I don't know either. But all I know is I care about you.
Did I set that fire because something's wrong with me?
No. Why do you think you said what were you trying to do? We never actually talked about this. What were you trying to do whenever that happened?
I was just I think I was scared I was being forgotten. Or that I would be passed by. So many people that come to bury the dead, they come and go, they come and go. No one ever stays. No one wants to be around the sad child. And
I'm not
I was
leaving.
lost and I was tired, and it's not. I didn't realize it would get out of control like that. I wanted you to find me. I wanted you to see me. I wanted everyone to see me without having to. Scorpio told me I was supposed to feel my feelings and to feel everything and not keep it in. And I don't want to have to explode in order for people to see me. That didn't feel good at all.
I understand. I I don't look at you as the sad child. I look at you as my best friend. And next time, and if there's anything that I could do to communicate this better, you can talk to me anytime about anything that you're feeling before you know, feel like you're going to explode.
Thank you, Ajax.
Of course.
I didn't go the right way about it. I don't think I'd ever let myself. And I'm sorry. And I don't know. I just now I don't know. I don't know that I know who I am. Why everyone? You say that it's not bad, or Leander said that it's not bad, but why would my mum hide this from me if it wasn't bad?
I don't think that it's inherently bad. I more so I think that the person she's referring to is bad. And I think if you knew the truth, you would probably go looking for them. And
then we
like I
kill
told,
them. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be listening. And he like retreats
What
back.
did he say?
And then we kill them. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to be listening. And you see him like doing that upside down thing where he hangs from the stairwell, and he retreats back into the rafters.
Well, if Mum disliked him so much that she's lied this whole time, I'm not especially eager.
like I told you before, she hasn't even told me. I don't know. I mean, it's something that I don't press on it any longer because I've tried, but I don't pursue it anymore because that's her decision. But I do think now that we've learned this, that you should have a conversation about it with her.
I don't want to make her feel bad. She must have done it for a reason.
Just approach her with understanding. His feet are once again hooked in that position when you first met him, off the edge of the
Privacy.
railing.
Leander,
I
please.
feel unincluded.
Okay. It's okay. We're in his home. Sorry, Leander.
It's hard. Your voice is scary. You talk so
Yes.
loudly.
Yes. I suppose I will speak with her about it, though. I don't know if the birthday party will be the right time, but
We can wait, but I think her intentions were 100% in the right area. But despite not wanting to hurt her or impose on her decision, at the same time, this was going to affect you negatively, no matter when or how you heard it, because you deserve to know the truth. And the longer that we wait and the older that you get, it only pushes back the issue. You can't just hide these clothes under the bed.
Yeah. Well, she's my mom.
And she loves you.
Did she find me? Am I even?
No, okay, no, your dad, she's
When
definitely
two
your
people
mom.
love each other, Nim.
Leander!
Yes, Ajax.
Not that conversation.
I
Am I
okay.
half human? Is that what my mom is? I just thought we looked different.
When a
That's all.
mama and a papa
Leander!
find themselves enamored.
Leander!
Yes,
Leander!
yes.
Another time, please.
Okay. I have hand puppets.
No, no, it's worse. That's worse. No, not. Thank you. You're amazing, but Nim is. He's had a lot to process already.
You notice now that the hand puppets have 2 dragons on them? They're not even human hand puppets. It's 2 dragons.
I mean, I've read stories.
About what?
I've read plenty of love stories. I've read many books.
So we don't need to have this conversation then.
You know, one of my first jobs was modeling for those covers. Have you ever heard of the Highlanders heresy? That was me. Just imagine me
I'll have
in a
to
kilt
pick it up.
with a long sword. Oh, well, I don't know if you want to see me that way, Nim.
Oh, yeah, maybe not. It doesn't make a difference to me, really. I just find it very entertaining watching this discourse happen. Sorry, Ajax.
Why do you have hand puppets?
To explain to Tabby.
Oh, how is Tabitha? Does she help me stew?
Grumpy, I think her baby teeth are coming in.
Oh, no. Well, I still don't know how to say more than friend, so unfortunately I can't say much to her. But I've been waving every now and then.
Do you want to wave with the hand puppets? She loves them.
Oh, sure.
Are you? Oh no.
He climbs down from the banister and hands you his hand puppets. They look like oven mitts, but they just have when you bend them over, it turns into a dragon's mouth. One is a red dragon, one is a green dragon.
Go over to Tabitha.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
This is how
Or
I'm gonna
performance.
die.
Performance with advantage.
I'm gonna follow behind them, but keep my distance.
Performance?
Mm-hmm.
Or okay, performance.
Performance, yeah.
With advantage.
With advantage. Because you have
Nice.
Leander's puppets.
Oh, puppets. Oh, a nat 20.
All right.
Oh, it's a 20 and a 19. It was going to be good. So it's a 26.
You see Tabitha do something she's never done before. Giggle.
Oh,
Yeah. You see her little baby belly rumble as she giggles and blows sparks through her nose.
Ajax, do you see this? We're going to be friends.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Hi.
She's
Don't
just
get too close.
Okay.
Be careful. Be careful.
and she claps a little bit, and you just see little sparks fly from her nostrils.
Oh, okay. I'll back away. I'll sort of show the little dragons going to sleep. It's getting late. Maybe we should get some sleep.
You do notice, as you're playing with her eyes
I love her.
And then eventually she goes to sleep.
Maybe I could marry a dragon.
You can marry whoever you want. And then you can have adorable half dragon, half tiefling, half human babies.
Okay. Let's get some rest. I am tired. Oh my god. Oh.
The topic
nap time.
of fornication makes Ajax so jumpy.
Why you say that word?
Yeah,
Why
I
you-
think he prefers stooping.
Oh!
Is what I've put together. I
Naughty, naughty, Ajax.
I just don't want to talk about it around Nim. Is that wrong?
Nim is almost old enough for a leather jacket. Nim knows.
Nim knows. Great. We don't have to talk about it then.
Okay, well,
Make that face at me,
Ajax
Leander.
is so strange.
Nim
Isn't he,
walks
Nim?
over and hugs Leander, trying to dodge like all of the knives.
He
Because he kind of like goes in the jacket, to give him a tight hug. He's like, "Thank you so much for having us." And Ajax may be a bit odd, but we're all a bit odd, I think.
Make yourselves at home, if you don't mind keeping an eye on Tabby there. I have rounds to do, but worry not. I'll keep an eye on the house.
Okay. Yeah.
Ghouls about. And you see him like pack a crossbow with several bolts that are tipped in silver. And like various other flasks he attaches to his belt as he readies his lantern.
Be careful.
Always.
All right, well.
And he leaves.
Bedtime?
Yeah. Bedtime.
I'm still scared. I'm a demon and going to do something horrible, and there's no stopping it or something. But I'm going to try not to think about it too much and hear what you both said. But he sort of like rolls over, grabs his blanket, and sort of and closes his eyes.
You'll be all right, Nim. You'll be all right.
The three of you go to bed. Occasionally during the night, you hear strange things, but feel somewhere in your heart that Leander is working tirelessly to keep you and the town safe. When you awaken in the morning, he still is not back, but I'm sure you take it upon yourselves to set about sort of leaving his cottage in better shape than you left it. That's where we'll take our first break. I hope you all are enjoying this one shot. When we come back, we'll be heading to the Abbey.
Oh my god.
We will be right back. Get up, stretch, get some water. back. Thank you so much for waiting while we did that. Okay, so like I say, while we did that, when really it was just me.
You make it sound like we did something weird.
No. I was like getting water because I made myself kind of sick by eating all those sugary treats.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I feel like crap now.
Oh no.
I
Well, I
feel
ate
like
a large
Lulu
burrito, so.
with after eating a whole honeycomb. My tummy hurts.
No.
Oh no.
New puppy.
I don't know.
I love your kid voice so much. Like I'll hear it in my head, like when we're not playing.
Yeah, man. Tabby and the puppies are all variations of that Lulu voice. They're all slightly different, or at least I try to make them slightly different. But Lolo, I don't know how she eats all those honeycombs because I had one and I'm sick.
I love it. I'm also like, where are the kids you're talking to? They sound fucking adorable.
I know most kids are like, ah! Sorry about it. All right. Give me a second here. I'm just prepping some stuff for the next segment of the game. Prepping my notes. Okay. Cool.
Can I add, when Ajax was asleep overnight, at a certain point, Nim turned around, and in that, like, when he thought that Ajax, was like full on snoring, would have said, "You're my best friend too."
My heart. Oh, be still.
Aw.
Oh, goodness. Y'all are so funny.
I just ate so much food. I have like so much shit in my teeth.
I'm also like having issues with my browsers. So I've been terrified it affected the stream somehow. It doesn't look like it has. We have 0 dropped frames. Yeah. But like I'm having browser issues on my computers, on both of them, which makes me feel like maybe there's an internet issue or something. So I was like so afraid that the entire stream was like going to go down or something, but it seems like it's good for now. So
yeah, so far so good.
Yeah. Whew. Good. Because sometimes when it's like super hot, my fiber has issues. And it usually starts as download issues before it's upload issues. So when I saw all my browsers stop working, like Twitter and like my Gmail tabs and all my tabs, I was like, that usually happens before my internet dies.
Oh no.
So it seems like it's good for now. Keep our fingers crossed. Hope we can, like, because even like the emotes y'all are putting in chat are coming up as broken links for me.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's how like messed up my internet is right now, which I'm like.
All right, well let's go.
Let's get right into it.
So you wake up and set about keeping or creating cleaning up Leander's home, leaving it better than you found it. Fold up the guest linens. You know which closet they go into and all of that. And you get the sense that he's not going to be back for a while. So that you may be better off leaving and meeting up with him at a different time.
Yeah.
There's no telling when he'll be back.
We birthday party date, so that'll be good. I do put, does he have like a mailbox or anything? Yeah, I'm gonna put in the outgoing mail the letter the contract that I signed, put that in real quick. And then another letter that I would have written to my mom just to let her know we're going to be having a birthday party as well when we all meet up.
Yeah, this is one of those cases where you kind of remember he pays someone special to bring a paper out just for him because he's very fond of the paper and of coupons. So yeah, he does have a mailbox that He pays extra for a courier to come
Yeah.
out special too.
Oh, good. All right. Are we all set?
Yeah, I'm good to go when you are.
Off we go on an adventure. Just the two of us. Oh, it's been forever since it's just us.
It's a lot quieter. I like that.
Is it?
Yes.
And on that, Nim sort of takes out an instrument, starts to play as they walk.
Yeah, you make your way to the Abbey, which you know is roughly east of town. The going itself is, I mean, I'm assuming you take well-traveled roads, so
Yeah.
you don't really come across any trouble. It does take you quite some time to get there.
As before we get there, like on the way, at a certain point, and Nim's just been like working on pieces, but then he stops or just like mindlessly plays background. And Ajax, we didn't really talk about the whole sword thing.
Yeah. So it is. Well, what I think, I guess, is Belinda.
Right. That's. Do
It's
do
never
you?
something that I really understood, but
It seems to be causing you a lot of anguish. Do you? And he kind of whispered, "Do you want her to be in your sword?"
some days I do and some days I don't. Because some days it's nice to have her around still, but the other days, besides the complete lack of will that I have using it sometimes, it doesn't feel right that she's there because like I haven't had to let go completely,
Yeah.
and I kind of don't want to, but I need to. It's weird. It's very weird.
How how do you know it's really her?
I don't, but off of the slight chance that it is, now similarly she talks and she mentions things that only she would know, which could just be my own mind relaying things to it, whatever this connection I have to it is. But I don't know. It's
Oh, I mean, I know you said you had like a, one of those teasing friendships, so to speak, but you seem so close. Would she want to hurt you in this way? It seems like a punishment.
I don't know if she chose for this or if I don't know if she wants to even be in there. But
Have
at
you
the same
asked?
time, I feel like I might have in the past, but we talk basically every day, so it's kind of left me.
Oh,
But to be honest, even if she didn't, I wouldn't even know how to get her out.
well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be trapped in an object, you know?
I don't think I would either, but I don't. I don't know.
It doesn't, and I don't really know, but it doesn't seem like doesn't seem like the right pathway for the dead. I've never heard of good things coming from such things.
Well, you know more than me.
Oh,
I
I just read stories. I don't know.
Dude, give yourself more credit. You put a lot of time into this kind of stuff.
I know that you're attached to. I'm worried. You said that your friend, that you were the best of friends. You would have loved one another. It's hard for me to believe that she would put you through this, even if she didn't enter it willingly. But I'm just worried that what if it's something trying to trick you?
I've thought about that at times, but just to be completely honest with you, up to this point, I've I haven't had a reason to worry whether or not it was or wasn't, because whatever the circumstances were, I didn't care about myself. But
Well,
hmm,
I hope you do now, or at least know that we do.
it's a journey, to say the least, but definitely now more than before. I think about it a bit more.
So, when you use your sword, there's a chance you might lose control?
Only if I get hurt by someone else. If someone else hits me and or attacks me or strikes me down, whatever it may be, and it's enough to affect me, there's a chance that it feels like she just almost takes over, and I get this this kind of rage that I can't let anybody, I can't let myself go the same way that she did. And until until the person that struck me is completely incapable of doing it again, I can't stop.
Would you hurt your friends?
I I wouldn't have a choice. It's already happened once with Valine.
Well, are you gonna? We're going to train as you should. You're a strong fighter. Are you gonna train with her?
I don't have to. I try to choose not to in most times. That's what I have the my axe for. But I really only use her whenever it's what I feel is life or death.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. Maybe I can help in some way next time. Thank you for
I hope.
telling me.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hmm,
He like leans it sort of like close to the hilt, the sword at your belt. It's like, so you speak to her every day.
she likes to be caught up on what's going on because compared to what we used to be involved with, this is completely different.
Huh. Does she hear us?
If you're close enough. So right now, she could probably hear you.
Nim leans in. Hello. I just want to say, please try not to get Ajax killed. We all love him very, very much. And I hope you're not trapped there against your will. Maybe give a sign if you want to get out Anyway, hi, my name's Nim. Rest well. Oh.
Ajax, you feel an unsettling feeling as you feel the sword kind of like pulse in its scabbard.
I think you might have woken her up.
What? I mean, it's just, oh, sorry. Shh, I'll be quiet. I'll just starts like playing a lullaby.
Does the pulse keep going?
Mm-hmm.
I reach down and pull her out.
As you do, you see her like furrowed brows a little bit, and she's just like, why does everyone keep asking me if I'm gonna get you killed?
Because I don't have control whenever you have control.
What makes you think I have control?
That's just what I've assumed. Do you not have control?
Like, only sometimes. Like, imagine if your brain was put in something that wasn't your body. Like, it just feels weird. It's different. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, impulse just becomes everything. I'm just as much bound to this thing as you are.
Do you want out, I imagine?
Yes and no.
Why the no?
I'm afraid of what comes after.
Yeah, we used to talk about that.
I don't know what happens. I'm just not here.
That's kind of why I'm afraid to let you go too. Well, I mean, I don't think you could be in the sword forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, if I ever figure out a way or a method to, I guess, release you in a sense, I'll ask you first.
I appreciate that. I feel like it's the first time you asked me what I wanted.
I'm trying to do that more.
Well,
Want to say hi to Nim?
I'm pretty sure you're the only one who can see me.
I can relay a message.
Tell them thank you for taking care of my grave.
Belinda says thank you for taking care of my grave.
Oh. Of course. Is there anything that you'd like changed or better? Or I've never gotten to actually ask the departed. If they were pleased with it. It's only ever the family, and they're crying half the time.
Is he asking me for a review on my funeral service?
More just is there anything you like the way it looks? I don't know.
At my funeral?
Not your funeral. No, just like
Oh,
your.
ask about the grounds that she. Well, I guess she's not resting there, is she? Hmm. Never mind. I guess I don't know. Thank you.
Nim just cares. That's all. That's
Can
it.
she see me if I nod? I don't know. I do care. I'm sorry. Did I? Mm.
Belinda's grateful.
Oh, good. I'm glad. He goes back to sort of scribbling in his book. While you were talking, he's like maybe out the corner of your eye, he was just like scribbling like everything you were saying, trying to like piece together what a conversation might be.
Yeah. Don't look at me like that. Anything else?
You just see the eyes disappear.
She's gone for now.
She looks at you. What? How? Do you see her? Does she like apparate in front of you?
That only happens when we're closer to the grave. Back at it actually happened last time when we were at your mom's house.
Oh.
But usually
Wow.
whenever we're far away, it's just her glaring, beaming eyes and the furrowed brow that you cannot mistake. She had great eyebrows.
Oh. Oh, okay. Mm. Well, I'm glad you spoke.
Yeah, it's just a our usual catch up. And I think because she heard you, she was just curious what was going on.
I heard you asking about how she feels. What did she?
She said, well, I asked if she wanted out, and
Yeah.
she said yes and no. And the no was the fear of what happens next, and the fear of just not being here or being anywhere.
I wish I knew what happened. Maybe we can find out eventually. Oh, I didn't mean that in like a dark way, like we were going to find out. I didn't mean like
hopefully
that.
down the
I meant like,
line.
I mean
But
like
yeah, I know.
maybe I can find a great book that explains all of life for me. Okay.
I know. I know what I know what you meant. It's okay.
Are we almost
What?
there?
I think so.
Famous last words. For Ajax and Nim, give me 3 survival checks to see how your 5-day-long journey fares. And also mark down 10 rations for how long you'll be gone.
Oh, do you have 10 rations? Knowing that we would need that when I stopped by the house, I imagine I would have picked up what food I could too.
I have 9.
Okay.
So let's say I picked up 1 at least.
Yeah, so go ahead and mark down all of your rations, Ajax, and you did raid the seed cabinet and stuff like that, Nim, so you would have something to get by. But by the time your 5-day journey is over, you're running thin. Your packs are a lot lighter.
Yeah, we'll have to get some more. Okay. Are we each doing 3 survival checks or are we? Okay.
First one was 3. Second one was 19.
Oh God.
And the last one was 21.
Okay.
Okay. First one I got a natural 1. So a 4, and then an 18, and then a 19.
So the first 2 days are rough. In fact, you have a hard time figuring out how to create some type of shelter for yourselves in the wilderness. It is late summer, and both of you actually get sick. You contract a cold. So you'll be making You get basically a -1 to your strength. It'll be temporary until your next long rest. So when you arrive at the Abbey after having weathered a very sudden thunderstorm, and like I said, not being used to camping without Scorpio's great camping abilities and Valim's
without them
proficiency with nature, you do get like a leak in your tent and wake up soaked and chilled to the bone. You spend an entire day in your wet clothes, and the next day you're able to get like somewhat of a fire sputtering, but it's hard. Your fire keeps going out in the night, and as it does, you find it difficult to dry yourselves off and stay warm. But then, over the next 3 days, with your better rolls, you do manage to get by a bit better. You manage to stretch out what little rations you have left. You get a little bit better at your campfire making abilities. The weather clears up a little bit, and you're able to better predict when it's going to thunderstorm. And tired, with your clothes clinging to you, caked in dirt and grime, you see the Abbey in the distance on the dawn of the 6th day.
Oh, thank God.
At this point, Nim, your tummy is grumbling. It is empty. In fact, you would know with metagame knowledge that if you were to camp another night, you would start taking penalties to your rolls. You're so hungry.
Ajax, come on. We made it. We made it. Oh,
God.
Oh.
We look terrible.
Speak for yourself.
No, it's okay, to be honest, Nim.
He like puts his hands on your face and like wipes your face. Wait, it's your. You gotta look shot. You gotta. Let me see you.
How do I look?
His hair is matted and has sticks and grass in it and dead leaves. He has dark circles under his eyes, and his complexion is a bit paler than its usual bright spring green because he's a bit sick. His nose is running slightly.
I'm not gonna lie, you don't look great, Ajax. I don't know. And Nim likes just, appearance, first impressions are important. And he goes about like kind of like fixing him up, taking out all the sticks and stuff. He's like, just sit down for it. Gets him to sit and like tries to groom, take out all the stuff from his hair and like kind of gathers it up in the top knot so that it's more.
You can hide some of the mats.
Yeah, and like, and then sort of like pours some of his water skin on him to like wipe his face. Like, all right, the clothes are like warning, but you're a fierce warrior. Right, yeah, okay, that's good. And all right, and as we enter, I'll play you, like a melody as you arrive.
Interest
strong, music. Yeah. So yeah, as we like get into the Abbey, Nim will. Oh man, what instruments do I have? I forgot.
Oh no!
I forgot his bagpipes. I wish I had the instrument, but it'll start like bagpiping Ajax's arrival.
Give me a performance roll.
Okay.
In the best way possible.
It's gonna be amazing. Please.
That's a 12.
Oh.
Okay. It's a little strange. Like you play pretty well, but yeah, you have a cold, so your nose is a little stuffed, and it's making it kind of hard for you to play with your usual proficiency. Yeah, this requires a lot of lung capacity, and you don't really have it right now. And in fact, as you're playing, your cheeks become super flushed through your tiefling complexion, and you look like you're really struggling. before you sits a beautiful stone abbey with a large archway. And to the left of it, you see the warm fire and smoke of what appears to be a very large outdoor forge with kind of just a lean-to covering it. On the right, you see a beautiful grove, almost ethereal looking, of trees that spread out as far as the eye can see. And further to the left, you actually see the peaks of the mountains that you came from and realize that you've come down and across 5 days. If only you could fly, you could make it right back to where you started this whole journey. But through wandering path and meandering roads, you've made it. The Abbey's biggest stone granite archway kind of like looks very imposing. Where Marblehead looked very regal and old and kind of solemn, the granite archway seems like it's made from the bones of the earth. It projects strength. And just seeing it, you feel like yourself kind of emboldened. There is a large pennant just kind of like that catches the wind and is fluttering gold and red in the breeze. And seeing it and seeing the gold thread kind of catch the sunlight, the dawn's first rays, kind of like makes you feel like something stir in your heart. This is a place of not only worship, but a place of devotion, a place of study, and a place of great learning. All around you, there are various warriors of different distinctions. And as you're playing the bagpipes and proceeding up the promenade, one stops and says, "Hey, kid, are you okay?"
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna need to.
Nim, I think we've made our points. Amazing. Thank you. No, it's okay.
Ajax, the great warrior of the mountains, has arrived.
Let me see if they recognize the name. The guy is like basically a half elf with his hair pulled back in a ponytail, and he's accompanied by like a short freckled dwarf. And as you say this, you hear the dwarf say, "Hey, Ajax. Hey, Ajax, who? I didn't know him." And the tall one says, "Yeah, I've never heard of Ajax either."
Ajax, the vanquisher of evils, savior of lost puppies. And, destroyer of wisps. I gotta say, I'm a bit tapped out.
Do you have your guild card on you?
No.
Oh, are you here to join?
Maybe.
You would be so lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Ideally.
Okay. Yeah. Here, he hands you, Nim, his water skin.
Oh, thank you. Drinks.
Yeah, you're out of water. You like empty it and give it back, and he's like, yeah, let me take you inside.
Food?
Oh, yeah. We probably get you
we
some
traveled
food.
for 5 days on foot to get here. We really would appreciate anything you can spare.
Of course. He like turns to his dwarf compatriot, and her name is Tamariel, and she reaches into her pouch and pulls out whey bread. It's hard, but it's like very, like it keeps well, if that makes sense. She hands you that, and each of you a flagon of ale to dip it in to make it soft and edible. Nim, this is probably your first time having ale. It's like a thick oatmeal-y stout. You're appreciative for it.
Nim knows that it's ale per se. Like it's just like, oh, food.
Yeah.
Nim, slow down, please. Nip, slow down. Just please, slow. Eat, but slow. Okay, not that slow, but just just enjoy your food.
And you find yourself getting buzzed as you like make your way up the steps. Like, you know, you finish going down the long sort of cobstone. I shouldn't even say, it's not even really cobstone. It's just like this very ornate like stone path that goes all the way down. It's lined by trees on either side that kind of branch together and form like almost an archway. And you pass by the forge where you see many warriors busy at work, muscles rippling, dripping in sweat, working on their blades, sharpening and maintaining their weapons and their armor.
I'm gonna write a story.
They wave at you very
Take out his
distractedly.
journal like as they're going. Quill. You know where to go, Ajax?
No.
Admission is usually pretty tough here. I don't even know if we're taking on pupils right now, but
You must.
What? Nim, it's okay. It's okay.
Nim vaguely buzzed.
Is there an Ironside here?
Oh, of course. This is Ironside's Abbey.
Is he here today?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I met him some
Show
weeks
us.
back.
Show us to him.
Nim, no, please. I told you to
He,
slow
a man,
down.
owes us.
We met him weeks back, and he actually personally invited me to come back one day. I know I don't might sound crazy, but you can ask him, and I think he'll remember.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
He like leads you forward, and the two tall doors that are kind of like they're wooden, like mahogany, and engraved with a beautiful tree. Its many branches kind of like reaching out, and it seems like each of them goes to a glyph that represents a different tenet of the abbey. And the doors sit just barely wide enough for like a person to walk in, and they're very tall, like they reach up higher than you can reach. And as you come in, you enter the abbey itself. The rising sun filters into the room through a beautiful stained glass, sort of like a ceiling that it's like dome-like in nature that depicts a fallen warrior. And his blood branches out from the stained glass into this large pool of red that, like I said, kind of lines the majority of the dome. And it is that crimson light that you are bathed in when you come in. There is a beautiful statue of a stout soldier and his two companions in the middle. One is a female half-elf wielding a spear, and on the other side is a halfling wielding a mace and shield, and in the middle stands a half-orc warrior wielding a sword and a round shield. The scale of it is enormous. Everything in here kind of seems like very hard to cool and very hard to heat if it was modern times. Vaulted ceilings and ornate in nature. And when you enter, like the coldness of the room kind of sets in, and you hear like a voice kind of carry over from the far side of the room. You see a gentleman familiar to you with a somewhat magnificent posterior, broad chest, arms folded, and
We'd recognize him from the back too, so
and very like blushed, almost lavender cheeks. And he is addressing like a group of two people and says, "Oh, well, that's rather disappointing. Uh-huh. Well, we're going to need at least, I'm thinking, 3 shipments of ore. Well, I'm sure you know how much we go through. Swords get chipped. Iron gets damaged. Well, I hope you'll be able to follow through on the next delivery." "Oh, the strike is still going then." "No, I haven't heard back from the 3. But I'm hoping that'll change." "Well, they might be dead. But they were very eager to go, so they're either dead or wiser, and either one is a victory in my book. Well, be along now. I'm very busy. He kind of like stretches, flexing very subtly on the rest of the room as he does so, and struts kind of idly to the center of the room where he sees you all.
Is the statue of him in the middle?
Of course.
Hi, I recognize you. You came. I wasn't sure you would.
Well, we got some time to ourselves, and I wanted to take up on your offer.
My God, you look half dead, man.
The bagpipes start back up.
Oh no.
Oh.
Behind him. I could just continue. It's your aura.
Yeah. Yes, we had a rough journey here, but we made it alive at least.
And unkidnapped.
Sorry about that again, Nim. I try to teach the people that come to my abbey right from wrong, but sometimes in their efforts to impress me, they act in ways that I find foolish. I hope you understand that I can't possibly keep an eye on everyone under me, but I've done my best to make an example of them and rectify the situation.
No, I do understand, actually. I'm sure I got off easy in comparison. We have a great fighter here. He's going to be the best one that you have.
Whew, you smell like a brew pub, Nim.
It rained.
We ate.
And it rained.
Tamarleo, did you give them your... Tamarleo is very fond of this weird concoction she makes of oatmeal stout with bread dipped in it. You hear her say, it's like bread dipped in bread, what's not to love?
That was good. We were hungry.
If you think about it, ale is just bread that sat long enough.
Is it?
I don't think that's how ale works.
Don't. It's fine, Tamarleo. Just try not to give it to children, please. Bread dipped in bread aside, welcome to the Abbey.
Thank you. I'm hoping that this will be worth it, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm still not entirely over our last encounter, but I do trust that you're doing your best to not let it happen again.
I'm not a king, Ajax. I'm a spiritual leader. I can't force people to do my bidding. I can just ask.
But you've got a statue of yourself here.
I do.
Like a king.
The ass down.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, well, they've got the ass down.
Oh, he kind of blushes a little bit. Wasn't entirely my idea.
Well, it seems you're at least highly praised and favored by most people here.
I mean, a stellar war record will do that. It's living up to your legend you have to worry about.
You saved the town, right?
Aye.
Pretty cool. Ajax, you could save the town too.
You could.
Ajax could do that.
I could, yeah. I could. And that's why we're here. not to save a town, but for me to get stronger.
Well,
You'll train him, right?
normally there's a very convoluted application process.
Nim like takes off the coin that's
Mhm.
around his neck, the gold coin.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "Here, the gold you paid after your men kidnapped me. You can have it back towards Ajax's training."
Man, you didn't have to.
It's actually a very good symbolic gesture. There's wisdom in that. You're right. I can make an exception. But we have to see if there's something to train.
Oh, easy. You got this, Ajax? Nim goes and sits down, just with his book, writing.
There is a cluster of trees nearby. Deep inside this wood, there's trees of a unique nature. We don't know what, but there's something underneath the ground that's made its way into these trees' sort of water supply, imbuing them with arcana. If you go and acquire wood from this tree with which to forge the hilt of your weapon, or the handle, I should say. Sorry, I don't know a lot about swords. I'm doing my best here.
It's great.
I'll train you.
Done.
This is the requirement of every fighter in the Abbey. You must fashion your own emblem, and with it, fashion your own weapon. If you can do these things, I will teach you the rest. While you wander the woods, I would like you to think about what you think would be most useful to you. Our Abbey has a few different tenets. One is perfection, or I guess striving to attain it. This is the soul of the champion. I can instruct you in the nature of the champion. The second is valor, the soul of the battle master. I can instruct you in the adequate application and use of your superiority in combat. The third is knowledge. This is the soul of the Eldritch Knight. I don't know much magic, but I can teach you what I know. And the last is the soul of discipline. This is the soul of the samurai. And with it, I can teach you with unbreakable resolve to crush your enemies in battle. Think on which of these values means the most to you. And when you return, I will teach you what I know, or at least a part of it.
All right. I'll think about it. And I'll head to the woods.
Am I supposed to come with you, or do you have to do this alone?
I think I have to do this alone.
Okay.
Quite to the contrary.
Oh,
Nim can come?
Yes, we fight for our loved ones. If we don't bring our loved ones along, how will we learn to fight for them? A warrior who fights for himself. It's not any warrior I want to train.
Fair enough. All right, Nim. Come on.
okay. I'll climb Ajax's shoulders because I feel a bit sleepy.
Come on.
He gestures you to an alcove on your right, and through it, sure enough, you see 4 branching off chambers off of the main one. Each one is like guarded by 2 statues. And you put it together as you walk through this long hallway that eventually ends in sort of a outdoor patio that leads to a back door to the woods. But each of them is each door leading into a chamber full of people with clattering knives and swords, and even you see like a poof of like, you know, a spell being flung and someone else dodging it. You see each of these chambers is guarded by 2 large statues, each representing one of the souls that he mentioned earlier.
What do you think you're gonna go with, Ajax?
They all sounded useful, at least.
Yeah, really cool.
Do you want to peek inside each chamber before you go?
Yes.
Just have a look.
The first chamber has an individual like kind of brutally like thrusting a spear forward. They have like a helmet with kind of like the Trojan brush style on top. The face underneath is like solemn, and the eyes like glint, like almost like 2 rubies have been embedded there. Inside you see and this you take to be the soul of the champion. Inside you see people fighting with like great brutality. As one strikes, you know, into a target dummy, you see a teacher kind of come forward with a long stick, smack them on one shin and say, "This foot should go here," pushing it over, smacking the other one and say, "Strike again." The second time she strikes, you see the entire wooden target dummy she's hitting just splinter into a million pieces as the spear just cracks right through it. It's almost like it explodes into a million like sharp pieces of wood. The second chamber has an individual carrying like a 2-handed mace, standing kind of stalwart and strong. In this door, you see almost looks like a dojo. You see individuals like kind of sparring with each other, some with weapons, some without, working mostly on footwork, parrying. You see them striking out at each other and then practicing deflecting the blows and using somebody else's disadvantage to their advantage, or creating an advantage where there is none. You realize that unlike pure power, this sort of school of discipline, the soul of the battle master, espouses tactical, more tactical thinking and training. The third door has an individual with like the statue is like a long sword in one hand, and in the other hand like a glowing ball of like arcana that is somehow mystically suspended on either side of this doorway. And when you look inside the chamber of the soul of the Eldritch Knight, you sure enough see people studying, poring over runes and books, and kind of like learning, learning how to manipulate the weave of magic. And you see like people kind of like experimenting with very basic or rudimentary spell casting in order to enhance their fighting styles. And behind the fourth door, where you see a half-orc, not unlike yourself, Ajax, with a top knot, standing stoic with a curved long sword. And inside, you see you see like lines of warriors kind of just striking out with precision and repetition and perfect harmony, repeatedly, like developing the muscle memory and the precision to strike true every time. There isn't even anyone leading them. They're all just standing in a line and going through each movement with the sword in perfect unison. You can hear like a strange sound as the wind is cut like every single time they strike and then move to the next stance.
Wow.
There's
They're
a
all
lot.
cool.
Yeah, they're all really, really cool. But I
No
think
offense, but I've never seen you read books, Ajax.
Nim really said, Bish, you don't read. You gonna fail. You ain't even passed your SATs.
Oh my god.
Nim's like, do you even have your GED? Like,
Don't have a lot of time to read books. I could if I wanted to.
No, I know. It felt like that didn't seem to. I'm just trying to help.
I know.
Although they do look cool. Well, they don't look that cool. They're kind of all buried in their books. Everyone else looks like cool. But the statue looks cool.
No, I think I've made my decision.
Oh, so quickly. Oh.
Can't waste time. Just gotta go for it, because if I keep hesitating, I'll never decide.
That's fair. You want to tell me when we get back with your magical sword hilt?
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
you make your way through the woods, and eventually you figure out what Cha was talking about, because as you make your way further into the woods, you find a glimmer or a strange glow kind of emanating out. And when you look behind you, you can just barely see the granite of the abbey. It seems like a distant, almost like blur that you could barely catch between the trees. But in front of you comes this like strange light, pale blue in nature, filtering through the tree trunks. Almost like the forest itself is glowing. As you step forward and are enveloped in this strange light, you notice each tree, each leaf, each flower is imbued with it. Like it's just soaking some type of material up from the ground itself. And these trees give off an iridescence, a strange luminance or luster, even in the middle of the day. It would be late afternoon now. You see toadstools and stones and moss, everything kind of giving off this iridescent glow, almost as if it were some type of cave mold or something like that. It just artificially illuminates this area and kind of like almost hurts your eyes to look at. Because as the sun kind of barely filters down in here, it's almost like the entire forest is made of glass.
This doesn't even feel real.
I think it's real. And puts a hand out slowly to touch the bark, the tree.
It feels cool and hard under your hand.
All right, well, you want to get your, I don't know, are you supposed to, it feels sad to kind of chop it down, right? I mean, or just a bit.
I don't want to just, I guess I just have to do it, but this feels like sacred. I feel like I'm imposing. Like I don't belong here.
Maybe ask for permission. If Valim were here, I think he would maybe do something like that.
I just ask the tree.
No, Nim sort of walks over, grabs Ajax's hand, and puts it against the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, tree. I'm gonna hit you. Do you mind if I hit you? It might hurt.
Give me a nature check.
Hey, tree.
That is that is a nat 20.
As you
To
say
the point.
this, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
That is a net. It's a dexterity saving. All right.
Mhm.
That is a 17.
Nim as well. Oh,
oh,
on my overlay, Nim kind of went crazy.
oh shit! I am going crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me.
Eldritch being hours.
Yeah, I touched the tree and
There we go. Okay.
what happens? Okay, it's fixed now, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Black dice, black dice. Okay. Dex saving.
Mhm.
Oh, dirty 20.
Okay. So as you say this, one of the loose branches of the tree just comes crashing down to the forest floor. Both of you dive out of the way in time. And as this like large limb just falls at your feet where you were standing.
Do I have to hit it still?
No, I think this is much easier. This is what they have the warriors do.
Who needs Valim? I can talk to trees.
You can talk to trees.
I can talk to trees.
Oh,
Um,
incredible.
Ajax, with your nat 20, you would also know just instinctively. Like, do you touch this branch?
Yes.
As you touch it and lift it up and like kind of inspect it, you realize that some of these trees are actively dying. The limb falling off doesn't actually surprise you, and as you look around, you actually notice there is a lot of dead wood on the ground. It's no longer iridescent and glowing, so it didn't catch your eye before. The piece in your hand is still vibrant with life because it's recently fallen. But some of the other branches are not. There's a lot of fallen wood here that's just kind of passing. A lot of these trees are decaying almost.
So, Nims, it feels like this place is not as, I guess, great as I thought.
Oh, something happening to them. Nim's gonna walk up to one of the ones that's appears to be like less vivid and dying, sort of like puts his hands up. I don't know how to talk to trees, but what's going on? And having touched the one that was like imbued with this magic, and then this one, is there kind of way to sense like, is there still magic in it? Like, is there?
Yeah, give
like,
me an Arcana check.
Okay. Ooh, 21.
Something in the magic is what's killing the trees. Like the same thing that's imbuing them with power is the same thing that you feel is like kind of accelerating their life cycle.
Oh.
The Arcana is greatly taxing the natural sort of life cycle of these beings. And you yourself kind of have somewhat experienced this on a smaller level, as you find that when you wield spells and magic, you find yourself taxed, which is why you're very limited in how much you can wield in a day. It almost seems like some of these trees, the very force and arcana that they're leeching out of the ground is the same thing that's kind of making them splinter and fall apart.
So magic is killing them, Ajax.
Oh.
Doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Do you think they know that this is killing the trees?
Well, you're the tree whisperer. I don't know. Try it. Do you want to ask?
Oh no, I meant the monastery or the abbey. Did you think they're aware?
I would hope that the book readers might be aware.
I want to walk up to the tree that Nim is at and hug it.
As you do so, make a wisdom saving throw.
See, that is a nat 1.
As you walk up to it and hug it, and some of its like life sap is like draining down the tree trunk and kind of like comes in contact with your skin and your face. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
That is that's a 9.
Well, with your -1, I think it'd be an 8.
Yeah.
Actually, no, your con modifier is different than strength. Never mind. But you feel yourself become like woozy and sick, and you take 6 points of poison damage as you feel this like seep into your skin. And you feel like when you put your hands up in front of your face, it looks like they're vibrating and purple.
Ajax?
And when you look around, the entire forest looks like it's vibrating and purple. And the only other time you've experienced anything like this is when you drank Bindy's brew.
Yeah.
And in fact,
Hey,
you notice like that some of the headiness and weirdness is very similar to what you experienced. Like, because that was a once in a lifetime experience and you're feeling like an unadulterated form of that.
Ajax.
No.
Hello?
I don't. God damn it, Bendy.
Bendy? Come on, you gotta keep it together. What happened? I mean, it's horrible what's happening, but you gotta keep it together, man.
Oh, Leander, help me.
You see Ajax kind of just like sit down and then boom, his face lands in the dead leaves. And Ajax, like, even when you close your eyes, you just see like Leander dancing with the moon. Feels like it's going around your head in a circle.
Is that you?
Oh my god. Okay.
As this is happening, give me a perception check, both of you.
Okay.
Said it was 6 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perception.
A 9.
For me, that is a 19.
So Nim, you are preoccupied with trying to help Ajax, who's like speaking in tongues almost. And also, just a moment ago, you saw him be like,
yeah.
and then you see him face plant on the floor. And then almost like echoing to you through the woods, you hear a voice, Ajax, and you see movement, like, or are vaguely aware of movement not far from you in a cluster. And the voice you hear is a voice saying, "Don't worry, Filbert. With this splinter, you'll be okay."
I'm trying to roll Ajax over.
Nim.
Ajax! What are you doing?
You gotta help Filbert.
Who's Filbert? What happened to you?
Filbert you gotta help him. He's nearby.
If he gets Ajax rolled over at least, sort of like sits on top of him.
Hey.
Who is Filbert? Where? What? What have you seen?
I didn't see anything. You didn't hear that?
No, I'm looking at you falling face first into the ground. Are you not concerned? Are you over?
I'm concerned
Oh
about
my!
Filbert.
So what? Snap out of it, man! I'm gonna smack his face and try cure wounds.
Yeah. As you smack his face and put cure wounds on him, you do notice he kind of like comes to himself a little bit more, and but like the forest is still kind of vibrating with like that purple shimmer where it almost looks holographic to you, or like it's moving.
7 hit points back.
7 hit points back.
The trees speak to me.
You almost see the trees part in front of you, Ajax, and you hear the voice louder than ever. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I just point in the direction I'm hearing it from. Filbert.
All right. Well, just get up. And tries to help Ajax up and like starts looking in the direction. Filbert.
As you step forward, do you like go in the direction?
Yeah, a little bit. A few steps, like where he's pointing, trying to see what he's getting at.
Yeah.
No, Filbert.
Yeah. Let's actually switch over to the
Oh God.
appropriate map, which is bathed in darkness because all of our characters have dark vision today. We have.
Ooh. Don't we all have dark vision?
Actually, yeah, I think you do. And then there's.
Oh. The mushrooms.
This is nice. This is cool.
Yes.
And there you see in the clearing.
Oh.
It's not like
Oh.
A giant who, as you're saying, Filbert, you notice he has a large, like, stitched together spot in his head and is actively putting half a brain into a creature that looks almost identical to him that is laying on the ground in a ruined circle with a splinter of wood through its heart. A glowing splinter of wood through its heart.
Nim turns around with that expression on his face back to Ajax like,
did you find Filbert? What?
Yeah, Filbert's I don't know if we could handle this, Ajax. That's a giant. He's putting a brain in another giant. He points it out.
What?
I don't know, but
I think you're seeing things.
Oh.
As you say, I think you're seeing things. You watch in slow motion horror as the second creature gets up and says, Sylvester. And he goes, Filbert. Sylvester. Filbert. Sylvester.
Filbert!
No!
As Ajax, who is standing back here, says Filbert, they both turn to look. And you see Filbert kind of look confused and say, Sylvester? And you hear him say, no, Sylvester.
Nim climbs on Ajax's shoulders really quickly and like sort of like, give me your trench coat, give me your give me quick. Pulls it off of Ajax. Like, give it. No, it's gonna be your like tugging it off.
Your leather jacket. You can't have.
No, I know. And on his shoulders, like puts the trench coat on.
Mm-hmm. You hear like this creature say to the other one, I missed you, Filbert,
the monks from the abbey. Did you kill them? No, Filbert. After you fell in battle, I had to retreat. Oh no, Sylvester. My
They're gonna
heart
kill them.
seeks
They're gonna kill
revenge. Yes, Filbert. Together we will seek revenge with our new friends.
Don't walk towards it. We gotta convince them otherwise. I'm you're the body, okay? Hello, friends.
And you're two people in a trench coat right now? Is that literally what's happening?
Yes. A time-old, foolproof plan.
Okay. Roll with whatever's happening with your camera right now. It makes it even funnier for some reason.
Oh no! Whoa! Shit!
Oh my god, you're so colorful.
There we go. Roll deception.
Please roll well. Oh my god.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do level 3 abilities come into play yet, or?
Everything except your class features. Your class features you get at the end. Does that make sense?
The end?
Yeah. So like anything you would get from your martial fighting style, or song, like how like level 2 you got Song of Rest, those types of things are gonna kick in at the end of the episode.
Okay, at the end.
Yeah.
The spell slots it unlocks and stuff.
Yes, those are all now.
That's
yeah.
good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What am I rolling? What am I rolling?
Your deception.
Deception. Oh. 22.
All right, let's see what they roll. Ooh, an 18. It's good enough. You buy yourself a moment to parlay with them, as they're like, "Oh, I didn't catch your name."
Oh, Nimbox.
I think I'm related to your aunt.
Oh, maybe. Listen, Abby. Bad. No go, Abby. Better humans. Other side of mountain.
Roll persuasion.
Actually, can I cast a spell?
Yeah.
Where is the spell? I don't think it. Hold. I'll roll persuasion first. We'll see how that goes, and then I'll fall on a spell otherwise. Persuasion is a 12.
Mm-hmm. Let's do an opposed roll. Got a 19. So you see the large one shamble and say,
"We will attack Abby, but first, eat you."
Ooh, cast suggestion.
Yeah, can you read the spell text on a suggestion for me?
Okay. You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two, and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this, so I don't know what they're, but the suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. I can't ask them to stab themselves or throw itself onto a spear, do harm to itself. It must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. The duration is up to 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do. You can also specify conditions that will trigger a special activity. If you or your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
Okay. So do they get an opposed roll?
They do a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay. They're not very wise. Which of the two do you cast suggestion on?
Which one looks scarier? I assume the one with his brain put back in, but I don't. The brain put back in looks terrifying. So let's say, what's his name?
Filbert?
Filbert.
Filbert.
Yeah, Filbert, and we'll be like, no, travel to other side of mountain.
Okay, so I got an 18, but that's -2 because of their wisdom modifier. So that's 16.
A 14, so they pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled for each of them because I felt like rolling for one would be too harsh. And you are getting the drop on them. The other one rolled a 3, which -2 is 1.
Yeah.
So this one is like, not bad idea, Filbert. Last time go to Abbey, Filbert die. Sylvester life empty. Wander woods aimlessly, wishing for death himself.
Oh.
And then he turns around and starts to walk away. But first, roll initiative.
Whisper down to Ajax, don't hurt that one. He's on a mission. Okay. This is the weirdest. Okay. I got a 17.
Okay.
I got a 13.
So this one's going to go first. So you got 17 and 13?
Yes.
Okay, so just so we all know the initiative order, it's going to be Filbert, Nim, Ajax, and Sylvester. Okay, so Filbert got an 18, so Filbert goes first. You see Filbert punch this nearby tree, cracking it into splinters. He then takes one of the splinters and flings it at the homunculus that is Ajax and Nim.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll roll a d4 to see who it hits. On a 4, it would be a headshot and it'll hit Nim. But on a 1 to 3, since Ajax is bigger, it'll hit Ajax. I feel like that's fair. Let me see here. This is going to be its javelin throw. Ajax, does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay. So it does not manage to hit you, but it's then going to spend the rest of its action to move forward, which is boom, boom. Maybe we should refocus here. Sorry, chat. Oh my God, the red light makes it look even creepier. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. All right. And then it is Nim's turn. This tree lies splintered on the ground, but it's still half cover if you want it. So I'm actually going to put it right here.
I don't know. After hearing that whole exchange and so Sylvester being heartbroken, I'm having trouble attacking this Franken thing.
Well, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. '22.
With the 22, you know that ogres are typically chaotic evil.
Okay,
And
thank you.
that sometimes they travel in bands and grow attached to each other, but are ravenous, sort of violence-leaning creatures that will eat just about everything that comes across their path.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes you feel slightly less bad.
Just gonna point at him and say, "You should have listened to me, Filbert." Forgot his name already. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. As I'm whispering it.
Okay.
He's got to do a wisdom saving throw.
Perfect. Yeah, these creatures aren't very wise. It got a 14.
The save is a 14. How did
You win.
Oh! Okay. So 3d6. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage.
Okay.
Psychic damage. And must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Oh, Sylvester.
That's what I thought. Ajax, can we handle this? I don't know.
Ajax, it is your turn now. I love the lighting for today's episode.
Yeah.
We've got to be very careful. Okay. So, from where I'm like in a trench coat right now, right? Like I can't see anything.
The trench coat is open.
It's open. Oh, they see both of us. They see us. Like they see you on top of me.
They're not the most perceptive creatures, so they think you're all one dude.
I mean, I did this very quickly. I just got on top and grabbed the chest.
Yeah.
I thought it was like I'm inside. I'm inside the jacket. I can't see anything. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I love this.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Come on, Ajax, do something.
Should I let you down? Wait.
No, I'm good up here. Just go. Fine. I go where you go.
Okay. So I'm gonna get my crossbow out. And just try to shoot Filbert as he runs away.
Okay. Go ahead and make your weapon attack.
Let's see.
It feels bad shooting him in the back as you let loose.
Oh god, that is a 10.
That does not hit. Your crossbow bolt flies wide.
I missed.
I feel a little better. I won't tell Ironside. He's like huge. He's right in front of us.
You can use movement now, right? Or
yeah,
okay.
You can use bonus action or movement.
You technically have your action surge too.
Yeah. I think I want to save that for a rainy day though, because that tree that's next to us. Can we get behind that?
Yes.
One that's
This one?
I want to get behind. Yeah.
This one actually has a little nook in it. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one of you could fit inside, but not both. So you're
trying to go with the full.
Mushrooms fell over.
Okay, I'll hop down if he goes over.
Okay.
Like if he's going into the tree, I'll hop down so I'm not like on top of him anymore.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Let's see.
Just Ajax?
That is
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Okay. So you're reasonably sure you've managed to conceal yourself, especially since Filbert's back is turned here.
Mm-hmm.
It is then Sylvester's turn. You hear Sylvester's rumbling footsteps and hear him muttering, "Gotta go north. Gotta go north."
Oh God, where did I send him?
You see him, Filbert, turn
He's gonna
around
come back.
again and say, "Sylvester!" And you see him reach down on this trunk, pull up another splint from it, and fling it at you, Nim, since you're the only person he has line of sight to.
Oh! Okay.
I got a... Wait, what's my hitting modifier? Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
You take... Ooh, I rolled very well. 14 damage as this giant splinter
14.
shook.
Hold on, I'm doing this wrong. Nope. Wait, I want to do something in response. Okay. As a reaction, I'll look for like the tattoo that Rena's put, almost like glow, the flames glowing, and say, "Ouch, that really hurt!" and do hellish rebuke.
Yeah. So they make, I think, a dex saving throw.
Yes.
I only got a 9.
Dope. That fails. It takes, and this is a second level. When you cast a using spell second level or higher, the damage increases by 1d10 for each slot above first. Okay, so nice. So 3d10 if I'm reading that correctly.
I believe so.
Okay. And he is surrounded by hellish flames and takes 20 damage.
20 damage. Fantastic. Okay, so you immolate this creature as this like spear goes jutting through your side. It is pain incarnate, and almost instinctually your eyes glow for a brief moment, and so does the rune around your horn, and this creature immolates in flame. Nim is almost unrecognizable for a moment as they are like lit up with the flames. Ajax, you see it from your safe spot in the tree trunk. You see like almost like Nim's face look gaunt as the reflection of fire is just like, you know, they're the entire forest like is bright for just a split moment and then goes dark again, and Nim looks innocent again. And you notice like this giant splinter jutting from their side. Nim, make a concentration check to see if you manage to maintain your suggestion.
Yes, very good point. I forget how these things work. Okay, so I just roll a d20. Do I add anything to it?
I believe you might have a bonus to it depending on what class features you have. If you have any features that allow you to... Because I believe it's usually a constitution check that has to surpass half of the damage you were dealt.
Okay, so I was dealt 14 damage?
Yeah. Let me
so
just make sure.
I've surpassed half of that? So I've never done this before, so
no, it's fine. Okay, so it's usually either half the damage taken, or I think it's like a minimum of 10. You have to get a minimum of 10. So so in this case you would just have to meet the 10 since it would be 7. And it's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's right. I'm just double checking that it's like a concentration check.
When you take that I'm pretty sure you do when you take damage like that, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a concentration check, so it's going to be a constitution saving throw, and you're going to need to surpass a 10.
Okay. Do. Oh my God, it went from a 16 to a 3. So that's a 4. God damn it.
Yeah, you feel like your concentration on the suggestion end, and you hear from somewhere in the woods behind you. Ajax, you would kind of see it just at the edge of the map. Closest to you,
Shit.
Sylvester turn around and be like, and see Filbert. See that Filbert's under attack and half immolated. Filbert, by the way, the smell is wretched as you set him on fire. It smells putrid and disgusting, like a burning skunk that's been dead for 7 weeks. So the noxious fumes like hit you. Oh God! And then it is Nim's turn.
Oh, good God.
Nim, how
Yeah.
roughed up do you look?
Pretty fucked up.
And how much?
Like-
Once again, how much damage did you do to Filbert? Just so I know.
I did 20 with Hellish
20, so
Rebuke.
quite a bit. Okay.
Yes, I look like I have maybe a third of my life left. But I'm like, shit. I kind of like at the same time, I like grab myself and like pull out the splinter and do a cure wounds on myself.
Okay. I hope we're okay to go a little over today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I heal 8,
Okay.
which is better than nothing. Apply. Okay, and that was a full action. That one's a full action. So I will bonus action. Like, you got this, Ajax. Show the Abbey what a mighty warrior you are. You're gonna make the whole world proud, and give you some bardic inspiration. 1d6 for your next whatever you want to use it for, basically.
Okay. All right.
And
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna go behind that stump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ajax.
All right. I'm gonna
You see
mutter to
just
my-
on the other side of the stone, Sylvester has turned around. But yeah.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. Okay. I'm gonna mutter to myself, life or death. And I grab Belinda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Um,
god. I'm like, now that Nim knows, like,
Yeah. I grab Belinda and I run towards Filbert, staying out of range of catching myself on fire, I hope. But run to Filbert and just try to just strike him as best as I can.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. You make it.
That is a 19.
That hits.
Then we do 10 damage.
Okay. You slice down into his necrotic flesh, and some of his guts, which have been sticked back together, come gushing out. And he goes, "Oh, my innards are outwards." And you see him like vaguely try to like catch
Those are
them
out.
in his hands.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use a bonus action with action surge
Okay.
to try to hit him again.
Okay. Roll a second time.
That is a 21,
That hits.
and that is 10 damage again.
This time, as he's like holding his guts, you swing a second time and whoomp, lop its head right off. It falls dead to the ground. Is that your turn?
Jesus Christ.
Is that your
Yes.
turn?
Yes.
As you're turning around triumphant, you see bounding from the other side of this rock.
Oh, no. No! He just kept walking.
He cracks down on you with his giant club.
Oh, no.
Albert.
Does a 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
You take 7 plus 5 is 13. No, 12? Yeah. 12 and then plus 4. So 16 bludgeoning damage. As crack, you feel this like great club come crushing down on you. And then it is your turn, Nim. You saw this creature just run past you. So you do actually get an op attack if you want to make one.
Sure. Sure, I'll try to
Right
stick
before
him
you
with my
see
dagger.
Right before you see that sickening crack that you can only, imagine is Ajax's skull.
Silver dagger from my blood brother.
Yeah.
Whoa, 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. D4, hella damage. 4 damage.
All right. And then Ajax, it is your turn again.
Wait, that was the op attack, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so Nim, it is your actual turn now. My bad. I got mixed up.
No, you're good. Okay. So then for the actual turn, I will go to my other D4 damage thing and do Memento Mori.
Mm-hmm.
And I will start playing a dirge for his fallen, for Filbert. Filbert. He looks very hurt. You're going to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, they are not very wise. Got a 0. I rolled a 2 and I have a -2. I have a 0, an actual fucking 0.
Wow.
Okay, so it takes 2 psychic damage.
Okay.
And has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Ah, very good. Very good. This will help you a lot. All right, Ajax. This thing is bearing down on you, readying its club for yet another hit. What do you do? Belinda calls out for blood as you've been struck on the noggin.
I got
so viciously.
Got to do wisdom. I got to do wisdom saving throw now.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16. Wow.
Okay.
That's the first time I've actually won that.
You realize you have to.
You still have.
Yeah. You realize you have to keep your wits about you.
Yeah. So after that, very painful. So while on the ground, Ajax will probably. Could I go for his legs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to go for his legs while still partially getting up, but attacking the lower region.
Okay.
That is going to be a 22.
That hits.
And we're going to see damage. That is 13. Damage.
13. So as you strike out at that very gentle tendon right behind the kneecap, you see the ogre kind of buckle under one leg. And you get the sense that this creature's movement speed has been greatly reduced. You think you could maybe outrun it now if you needed to. But it is still very much alive and very much engaged with you.
Can I move still?
Yes, but since you didn't take the disengage action, it will get a free swing at you.
Okay. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use a bonus action here and use second wind.
Ah, perfect.
That is 1d10 plus 3. That is that's 6 points back of health.
I mean, that's
uh,
something.
better than nothing.
Yeah.
Should I use? No, I'll save that for.
I was gonna say you have healing potions, right?
Yeah, I have 2 healing potions.
Just in case. Just in case.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay. Enraged by this tendon from the back of his knee being nicked and seeing his fallen brother right back here, guts spilled out on the forest floor, head rolling away gently, he swings at you again. I rolled a nat 1. The club comes down, barely grazing your shoulder, boof, into the dirt, like mulch, moss, and soft, like fertile soil, launching everywhere as he does so, leaving a crater in his wake. Nim, it is your turn again.
Okay. I am going to keep doing Memento Mori because I think disadvantage is probably...
Yes, that disadvantage is what got him that 1.
I do, yeah, because I'm like, you can do it, just keep going, and I'll continue Filbert's song. Filbert.
In the dirt.
Time here is awfully short. It doesn't rhyme. It's okay.
And you see Sylvester be like, no, Filbert. And it's your...
Filbert.
Oh, yeah, I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
I have a 9.
Nope.
All right. Go ahead and roll
All
damage.
right. So 1 damage, but disadvantage on the next
Okay.
attack.
Ajax, you're up.
You didn't use your bardic inspo, right?
Mm-hmm. No, he
Not
didn't.
yet. No.
You haven't. Okay. Well then, yeah.
He's hit without it, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
Just that is a 12.
That hits. These things are big
Holy yeah.
and very primitively armored.
And that is 16 damage.
Ooh. As you strike out with 16 damage, you see this thing start to stagger and question its whole existence as it kind of goes down to both knees, looking bloodied, battered, and like sort of enraged and also just like engriefed and overcome with pain and suffering. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
It's going to strike out at you again. Rolling that's pretty good though. So
With the disadvantage.
Even with the disadvantage, because it's going to be either 16 or 17. Do either of those hit?
Oh.
I guess it would be the 16 because the 16
so
hits.
I have 16 armor, so yeah.
You take 6, 12 plus 4, 16 points of bludgeoning damage as it cracks. It's like, now it's almost down on your level as it cracks you with one final desperate blow with its giant sledgehammer or great club, kind of sending you staggering. You feel like you can hear your heart beating in your head. That's what your head feels like.
I have 15 health.
Oh.
But I also have restless endurance.
Yes, relentless endurance. You have
Relentless
orcish endurance. Yes.
Yes.
So
yes.
There's a moment, Nim, you watch horrified from behind the tree as you see this club just crack. And you see, like almost like a film, Ajax go and fall. And you think it may be over. And then you see him, blood trickling from the temple, just barely stand up and get on one knee and then to both feet. And you see like a fire in his eyes. What do? You notice now this is like this creature as well is incredibly bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
You would garner it's at less than 5% of its health. But you also know that Ajax is very roughed up.
Oh,
This is like
turn?
a death battle between two warriors. Do you finish it or do you want Ajax to? The stakes are high.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Okay. No, yeah, I'll do a dissonant whispers for the last one.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna roll. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a wisdom saving throw. Say, perhaps you will go quick without suffering for long, or perhaps it will be sick and drawn out like my song.
Except this time I roll a 19.
God damn!
Which turns into a 17. I don't know if the 17 is...
No, it's a 14 save. Shit! You better drink that potion, Ajax!
Ajax, it's your turn. You see...
on a Oh, wait. Does it take half damage? Yes, half damage. Hold on. Oh my god. A 1, a 2, and a 1 is 4 damage.
Wow.
Which is 2 damage, halved.
What would you say if I told you it had 3 hit points left?
Oh my god. 3d6s, I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1.
I'm literally not joking. Chat's probably like, Bronze, like, you're lying. Like, look, literally a 3. I swear to God, I'm not lying.
Wow.
I've been keeping track on my phone. Literally a 3. There's no way I could have edited that and put that up at this time. Literally, it's at a 3.
1 hit point now.
It's at 1. Ajax, you see this thing's eyes roll back into its head. It's foaming at the mouth. Blood, like leaking from every slash and cut you've made into it, including the back of its knee.
Ajax he's going for the last swing. The last, like, no potion. Nope. He wants he's going for the swing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to definitely use Bardic Inspiration with these D6 to roll with this. And that is the D6. That is a 7 plus 5. It's 13 or 12?
12.
12.
12.
I rolled a 12.
Its armor class is 11.
Oh,
tell me the cinematic fashion in which Ajax dispatches Sylvester.
Literally on his deathbed, it looks like, but powering through it all, and the flame in his eyes. I don't think Nim has probably ever seen Ajax look like this at all before. In his, and stands up. He's just he's like on his knees, you said, right? He's kind of like just,
yeah.
He walks up with sword behind his back like this, puts it to his neck, comes back and cuts it off, and says very loudly, "I'm a goddamn samurai."
Yeah. Yes.
The creature falls, boosh, as it does.
Bot diff.
The crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
You hear on the ether, bot diff. Never roll with 2 bruisers in the bot lane. You always need to support an ADC.
Bot diff, baby. And then shortly after, Ajax falls to his knees. He's basically dead at this point. But
Nim runs over. You did it! You're amazing! Oh,
If somebody else doesn't, and Josephine, do you mind switching us back to the other overlay? My browser's being weird, so I can't do it on my end right now. I'm sorry.
yep. Maybe.
I mean, we could stay here if we want, because this is a pretty great scene. There we go. Awesome.
Oh, wow, you're amazing. You're so cool. You're going to be a samurai? Ah! Oh, bad news. I can't heal you.
Valim gave me a potion.
And Nim puts his hand over the potion and says, you're a strong warrior. You don't need this. Also, these are expensive. So maybe let's save it for later. And let's go rest. And, you want to look battle-worn, right, when we go back in?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is what tales are made of. I mean, you walk in there saying, take that head. You've got to walk in there with the head.
You think so?
I think so, yes.
All right. Yeah, I'll take the head. Let's get the head.
Okay. You lead the way.
Before we leave, I want to walk up to the tree that was broken, that got punched out, with splinters in it, and kneel down, hand on tree. I'm sorry. And then leave.
You limp back to the camp, kind of half leaning on Nim, back to the Abbey. You look very heroic as you enter through that side entrance you came in through. In fact, some of the classes that are kind of taking place here stop and look at you as you come in, bruised and battled, carrying a dismembered ogre head behind you, leaving like almost like trail of filth, but also like glory in your wake. You see people like peer out at you through the different halls, and like people that are passing you, as you enter the cloister, kind of look past and be like, and you see people like whisper and look and like, who's that? Who's that guy?
Ajax. I will whisper out with thaumaturgy into the rooms. Ajax.
As you do this, Nim, and you feel yourself so inspired, and you think of how great the tale you're going to weave and send in to the paper. You realize you've gotten very good, not only at inspiring people, but also at unsettling them. Your mind goes back to the encounter in the forest and to the encounter with the ogres, and you realize you have a way to unsettle people and make them doubt themselves with your words. You feel like you've learned a skill you didn't exactly have before. Over the next 3 days, impressed by the bravery and the skills of one Ajax,
yeah.
Cha Ironside takes you under his wing personally.
I want to add in, when we walk back in, I definitely, when I see Cha, I just drop the head in front of him. I don't say anything. I just drop the head.
He looks at you and says, I just asked for a piece of wood. But this is rather impressive.
What we had to do was unpleasant. But I saved the trees.
I'll help you fashion with this a handle for your new blade, or one that you already have. Tell me, what soul speaks to you?
The soul of the samurai.
I can see that. seeing the state you've come back in versus the state of your ward, I can tell that you're a noble and true fighter. And I will hone this spirit, this intensity, into that of a fighter spirit. He lays a hand on your shoulder. The next 3 days are grueling. Although you learn quicker than the other students because you have Cha as your personal teacher, you realize he is relentless and demands perfection in all things. At the end of each day, Nim helps you wrap your knuckles as they are bruised, battered, and bloodied. He helps you tend to your sore muscles and your wounds that you acquire even while sparring with wooden swords in the dojo. Every single time Cha strikes you, he does so not to harm you, but to remind you that in a real battle, here you would die. And every time he does, every time he lands a blow, you feel like you learned something. A deficiency in your defensive stance. A way to strike true. And you gain the fighting spirit. From now on, whenever Ajax, as a bonus action on his turn, can give himself advantage on all weapon attack rolls until the end of the current turn. When he does so, he gains 5 temporary hit points. And the number of hit points increases when he reaches certain levels in his class.
Nice.
You find yourself able to endure anything and completely committed to the act of slaying your enemies swiftly and truly in battle. When you leave the Abbey, you leave not feeling like Cha is your necessarily stern teacher, although he can be, but almost as a friend. Although training is hard, once class is done at the end of the day, he always sits down and breaks bread with you. Oftentimes over bowls of rice, he talks about, war stories, his upbringing, and how he never really knew his father.
I'm gonna write about this entire experience, but the headline will be Ironside's new star pupil. It'll be all about how Ironside has taken on a new student who is come out.
Can I ask, in one of these conversations, can I ask Cha a question?
Yeah, of course.
Who trained you?
He smiles. My teacher is unfortunately long dead. She was brave, though.
She taught you well. I don't think I've met anyone stronger than you yet. What was her name?
They called her the Lily of the Woods, but her name was Artania. She was swift, fast, unforgiving.
I would have loved to meet her.
She was killed by someone who betrayed her.
I can unfortunately relate to that. I lost someone to the betrayal.
It's the worst feeling. The desire for revenge and rage consumed me for many years.
Are we the same person?
Maybe different sides of the same coin.
I'm glad we met.
For years, I was a monster. Without her guidance and with her loss, it was almost like I forgot her teachings. When she found me, I was an orphan. And when she was done with me, I was a war hero. And when she died, I left no stone unturned in trying to figure out who betrayed her to the enemy's side.
Did you ever find them?
There's a reason those two aren't here anymore. And he points at the statue. My only regret is I knew it was only one of them. But I still killed them both. And he gets up from the table and retreats to his bedroom quarters.
What? Oh, wow.
That guy might be crazy.
I thought we had issues. I thought we had issues. Wow. Oh, definitely writing about that.
We did it.
You did do it, yes.
We made it, and I did it.
You were amazing. You've been amazing. I don't know how you've kept up. I would have crawled home to my mum on day one.
You're still here, though.
Well, I'm not training like you are.
But I couldn't have made it through that or probably anything else we've been through without you. You're just as important to this as I am.
I'm just here to write your story.
I hope I can give you a good one.
Oh, you already have. This whole Ironside drama, oh my goodness. People will eat that up.
He's terrifying.
Plus, this Lily of the Wood, I mean, she sounds amazing. I mean, incredible if she trained him.
If you could, try and find out more about her.
Oh, I will, yeah. I'll try. Sounds like she ought to have a story told. You know, I'm starting to think that that's how we overcome death.
Yeah, I think it is.
You know, could always write something about Belinda someday.
We have plenty of stories that should be told, but some also incriminating, so maybe not all of them.
We can work on it. We can pick and choose.
Yeah, we should.
Good.
And that'll be where we bring our one shot to a close. I said it was going to be shorter than our usual episodes.
And
instead it was longer.
I actually think we did the most chaos by putting the three of us together for this. I mean, it's just how it
Mm-hmm.
is going to happen. But of course it took longer because...
You know.
How do you all feel?
That was amazing.
That was so good!
That was amazing, front to back.
Ajax was so cool.
I am hype. You have no idea. Finally, he got his moment. Wow, what a guy. It was also hilarious, too. We couldn't stop laughing.
We're also this close to dying. Like we could have just both died in that moment.
I was so heavily banking on that relentless endurance to get me through that, and thank God it did.
Thank goodness.
You know what's really funny?
Huh.
You just had to take the splinter out of the other one's heart. Or I was saying it had a glowing splinter in his heart. That's all I had to.
You know, in that encounter, I removed every logical or any other outcome besides violence. I didn't even consider it. To be honest, I didn't care. I wanted that to end one way and one way only.
Yeah, I had a balance where I was like, they could probably, especially with their healing potions, get through this if they, just fight them normal. I was like, But I'm sure they'll pick up on something or use a trick. And then I was like,
I tried.
you did, and it worked. Because imagine if they had both attacked you at the beginning.
Yeah.
That would have been very bad. That would have been very, very, very bad.
The trench coat thing was amazing.
I love that you also caught on to like the line of sight, because I was like, oh, I've provided with lots of line of sight. And I was like, they're not going to take it though. Okay, interesting.
No.
After the first splinter was thrown, I was like, are we going to? Okay, no? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. After that first one. Holy shit.
Ajax showed violence.
Oh, so good.
Oh, it's such a fun little
soon
map to put together for y'all too.
Because days have passed that we can refresh like long rests and stuff.
Yes, before the next get together. It's going to take you 5 days to get back. You've been training for 3 days in the Abbey. It's been a little bit brutal. Ajax is definitely tired.
I would love to have planted a seed next to those magical trees before we leave in those 3 days.
Yeah.
Also, God bless the health increase from leveling up, because I would have been dead 4 times over. But
oh my goodness. I also got a expertise in some skills. I picked, what did I pick? I picked investigation and insights. I thought that fit with the newspaper feel. I'm
so excited to see where you all go, and I'm so happy you enjoyed this one shot, because I designed it especially for the two of you, which is why I had to put your blood brother in there.
We got so distracted by Leander, but I mean, how can you not?
Oh man, it was amazing. Yes, we have our new College of Eloquence bard, who is now employed with a local guild of literary arts. And then
not that I do not tell Ajax. I just tell him writing stories.
Yes, just the chat knows.
No idea.
And then Ajax is now a samurai. I tried to veer away from that whole like honor trope that they have with that, and instead lean more towards like perfection and striking true and pushing through pain. I tried to go with that, so I hope we don't get too disrespectful of especially Japanese or East Asian cultures here. I'm gonna do my best, but if you have any notes for me and you belong to that culture, let me know. If you have any notes for me and you don't belong to that culture, don't okay, don't do it. But if you do belong to that culture, feel free. But if you don't, seriously, just don't type. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just because Samurai's in your Twitch name does not mean that you need any advice or anything like that. Thank you, everyone at home.
That's a direct call out. Yeah, if you have blue hair and Samurai in your Twitch name, that's not a qualification. Let's do some shout outs. I can't do the fan art today because, like I said, my browser's being weird.
We're also so far over.
Yeah, we're really far over. Let's do some quick shout outs. Josephine, take it away.
Hi, Josephine. You can find me at JCVIM on everywhere. I stream and I act. Okay.
Balvin.
LordBalvin on everything. I stream and I tweet and a lot of cool tweets. But yeah, stream, GTRP on weekends, TSRP, all that cool stuff. But yeah, LordBalvin on everything. LordRDBALVN.
And I would like to thank the wonderful person who gifted me the extruded woods from my wish list, because I so badly wanted to use them, and
perfect.
I'm just so excited for whoever did that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. They looked so beautiful on camera today. And I'm Jasmine, that bronze girl. You can find me. You're here. So obviously, I stream on Twitch full time. I'm a part of the MCU crew, which is an Marvel Cinematic Universe related podcast on Mondays. On Tuesday nights, I'm here for Shikar. The show rebroadcasts on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're interested in rewatching it or you missed the front half of it, you can catch it there. These were intended to be shorter than than the actual
I'm sure
one shots,
they will be.
but they are optional. So this is your chance to catch up on the whole series, because when we come together on the 22nd, everyone's going to be recapping everything that happened in their episodes. So feel free to let your friends know that 3 weeks from now is a great time to jump onto the show if you haven't already. And next week's one shot is going to be Xander. We're going to be on the front page for Pride, and we're going to have a very gay, wonderful monk warlock moment with
It's gonna be so good.
a baby goblin and Xander, the forgetful monk. It's gonna be crazy because
great.
who knows if you have a child and someone with amnesia? Who even knows if they're gonna remember they have to go home in 2 weeks?
Oh man.
That'll be
Oh
great.
man.
Who knows?
amazing.
Because let's be real, Lulu is the responsible one in that scenario, and she's not very responsible. So it's gonna be great. I have a great great encounter designed especially for Xander, and I designed this one especially for Nim and Ajax, which is why it's called Two Heads Are Better Than One.
Ah. And
Mhm.
thank you so
Yes.
much, of course, to our sponsors that we have now, Roll20. Thank you. Seriously, it's so amazing to have a sponsor for our show, and yeah.
Helps
Check
us
it out.
pay
Oh, yeah,
for these
we got a
miniatures and
point.
helps keep the show going. Roll20 is free to use, so feel free to check it out. And it's system agnostic, so you can play a lot of different systems on there.
Yeah.
A lot of indie systems. So. Bye,
Hooray.
everyone. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for supporting the show.